Thomas Wrede's landscape photographs keep us puzzled. Is this really a playing field, or is the photographer just playing with our senses? A dream hotel, or a vision from a dream? A genuine quarry, or just a toy model? Reality and fiction are blurred in Thomas Wrede's carefully composed, real landscapes.
It's one of my artistic concepts to assemble things by changing the perspective, or I create perspectives myself that don't belong together and cause confusion. Maybe they get people thinking, does that go together? How can that be?
He usually spends several weeks working on a picture. One of the most important issues is deciding where he can best put his ideas into practice. Places in northern Germany are among his favorite locations.
Usually I prefer bare landscapes where nothing else can get in the way, or something like this heap of sand that I can shape. I can try out a lot there, whether this pine tree fits in the scene, or if it's too much. Maybe a couple of chairs would be good, or a day-tripping destination. I'll try it.
On a small section of North Sea coast, Thomas Wrede makes a drive-in cinema on a deserted island. He photographed this mountainside rest area in a former open-cast mine. When the 47-year-old has found the right backdrop, he gets down to work. The picture has to be taken from a particular perspective so that a few patches of leftover snow look like a polar ice cape. Sometimes it takes hours until Wrede is satisfied with the light quality.
On the one hand, it's an expression of my yearning for a lovely romantic landscape, which I can create with limited means. And at the same time, I like creating visual traps out of something small like a puddle or a heap of snow. I can create a landscape that you can't really locate.
Thomas Wrede uses a traditional large-format camera for his pictures. His large-scale 2 meter by 2 meter 50 prints can only be produced with a special camera. This allows him to achieve the necessary quality. To create the depth of field, he needs to use a special lens.
Normally, with close-ups, you can only focus on a really small area. The human eye can only concentrate on a small area, but with the lens, I can achieve a great depth of field, and that creates the illusion.
He creates the images in his mind's eye, recording his ideas in a sketchbook. Then he looks for the right models for his pictures. He already has hundreds of models in his studio in Münster, in northwest Germany.
The surprising thing is always that small structures look quite similar to big ones. Leonardo da Vinci once said, if you want to understand a mountain, you should examine a stone. A stone contains all the many features of a mountain.
A leading toy maker once allowed Thomas Wrede to have his pick of 5,000 euros worth of models to help him carry out his ideas. But he also finds rare models via the internet. And he revamps many of them in his studio to fit his ideas.
The models provide archetypes of modernity because they clearly typify something. They stand for a certain type of house, a certain type of home. But at the same time, they help put the landscape in the right perspective. A small section of land becomes a huge landscape.
On his large-scale prints, The houses often appear much bigger than they are in real life. That's why he likes people to see his photos in exhibitions. It's the ideal place for playing this game with illusion and reality.